Hey guys, welcome back. Thank you for joining me. My name is Teresa, and today I'm just gonna it's my main plant care day, and I'm doing a little bit more thoroughly than just running around and watering everything. So what I thought I would do today is, as I'm going through the plants that need to be watered, I'm also looking for plants that need to change soil. A lot of it is just, some of it might be fine. Some of the plants I noticed are not growing well. Could be the substrate they're in. They've been in them for a long time. I bought them a while back, and I never usually transfer everything right when I get it. So and I do apologize. I'm still getting over a cold, so I'm probably really super raspy more than usual. And hopefully that's not a big deal. Okay. So the first one I was going to do was my pink princess. This was one that I bought. It was kind of not in great condition when I got it from one of the box stores. And I ended up, it was doing okay, but all the new growth, like it was quite big, but all the new growth was small, kind of like it is now. The leaves were very brown. It didn't have great color. It was a little kind of sad. So I ended up chopping it and putting it in water. And this was, back in the fall, I think. And I'm really not overly, it's got, just to show you, there's 3 here. This guy's not yet rooted at all, if you can see that. This guy's got some pretty roots. And this guy's, not a lot though, right? And this guy's just got this guy here. So I think what I'm going to do is, I've been hearing things about stratum, flavel stratum. Am I saying that right? I think so. And so I thought I would try and switch her over to that. So I'm going to be doing that. And then I've got a bunch of plants in front of me, round 1, that I want to repot. So I thought I would just film it. I'm probably going to be in and out. I'm probably going to do these, then I'm going to put them in for water in my tub, and then grab another batch. So I will likely break this video up into smaller chunks. I was also going to originally have them all have all my calatheas together and all my ferns together. And then I went through and I looked at everything today. I'm going, no, because I go by room. When I water, I start with my office because that's where the majority of my plants are right now. And I go through everything there. So these plants you're going to see today are, other than this guy, everybody else you'll see today is living actually in my office with me. So I'm probably going to be in and out, but I thought I have to get this stuff done. Why not do it along with you guys? Okay. So what I'm going to do first is, I think real quick, I'm going to go and I'm going to water these, or just rinse these off. The water, I'm actually pretty good at changing the water regularly. And when I do these, or any of my water babies, see, I'm really losing it. I use Marfil in the water, just like a tiny bit, so that they've always got the nutrients that they need in the water. So that's kind of important, because the water doesn't give them anything. And I'm pretty good. So this water isn't stale. It's just, I feel like I'm moving it into a completely new substrate. So I prefer just to give these guys a bit of a rinse. I'm going to give this glass a rinse out just because I'm going to reuse it for this. And then we will get started. So I will be right back. We have a clean container, and I've got all their stems washed out and rinsed. So I'm trying to figure out what I did with the here, let me grab the package. So in case you're curious, this is what I'm using for this. I've never used it before, but everybody's raving about it. And it's supposed to be, stimulates strong plant growth. So freshwater aquariums, but also contains powerful mix of nutrients, minerals, and trace elements exclusively available to plants that will make them flourish. Plant roots easily penetrate and spread throughout the substrate. So I thought, this guy's not doing so hot. Why not give it a try? Maybe it'll be a miracle. Okay, so I actually transferred it into a container here. I'll show you what it looks like. Oof. Hopefully I don't drop it. It's just like little black, little black like balls, sort of, if you can see that. Yeah. So apparently it's got, I don't even know what's in it. I gotta read up on it, but I've been watching, I bought it, we're gonna give it a try. So first thing I'm gonna do is obviously put some at the bottom here. Let's see how far, maybe one more. Oh, I don't know if you can see this. Can you see this okay? So, let's see how we want to place these in. Well, this guy coming out to the side, he's got a leaf that's trying to unfurl. And then no root guy, we're gonna throw on this side here. How's that look? Can you see it okay? All right, now we're gonna try and do this left-handed and not make a mess. And just so you know, like I've actually done a lot of, not a lot, but some of my, I just went blank on the name. Alocasias in leca. And you might have seen one. I did a couple of things on it on Instagram and that where it was Jacqueline that I got last June. It's beautiful. Literally died. Like I don't even know what happened. Probably me and not knowing the conditions. So I was able to, I managed and I put it in, thought, well, I got nothing to lose, and I threw it in leca, and I was able to keep the one leaf. So it's got one main leaf. And then it's got 2 new babies coming out. So I'm really proud of, I'm proud of that. But I'm happy that that's working. So I recently transferred my Capria over, my Red Secret, and we just did a rescue for Friday. No, that's Friday. I'm totally blank. What is wrong with me? I can see it. Polly. So I just immediately, actually we're doing a bit of a test because I did, both my daughter and I bought it. We paid $5. I didn't even know. I mean, the thing was bone dry. Both of them were. And I'm like, I don't even know if the corms are going to be sustainable. So we ended up getting 12 corms out of them. And I did mine in leca, and she did hers in like kind of a chunky, but like it's 50% soil, maybe not quite 50%, just something to hold the moisture, and a chunky mix. And we're just gonna kind of see how they grow, which substrate is kind of better for it. So far she seems happy. Okay, so I've got her. She actually looks really pretty, doesn't she? I mean, her colors aren't great. I don't know, I kind of lost it, my love of these guys, because they're so hit and miss on their variegation. But this guy's kind of like that. I bought him, I want him to live. Maybe if I get him enough light, the new stuff will come out, because it's still really small. And actually, do we have this guy kind of struggling? Now let's see if we can help him out here. There we go. Yeah, you get it where they get stuck trying to get out of their things. So I'm going to keep a better eye on him, I think. Kind of been a little bit neglectful. So that's one done. Oh, I got to water him. My fancy water jug. Don't look, don't judge. So I've got water in here with Marfels, so there is some nutrients going in. And I'm just gonna fill it up. And we're good. Okay. So I'm gonna put this down, my fancy water jug. I think the next one I want to do is probably my rattlesnake. I'm going to do this guy. So he's very dry because it is watering day, but I had him, he was doing really well and then suddenly just stopped. I was getting like constant new growth and everything else. I don't know because he's in my office where there's good humidity. He's right by the window. Now it's east facing. And we haven't had any sun lately, so that probably doesn't help. It's been pretty dismal. But actually, he's bounced back a lot. He had tons of brown on him. As you can see, he's lost some of the red on his leaf. So I'm kind of hoping I'm going to put him in some fresh, chunkier soil. I don't even know what his roots look like, and I'm going to push him up to like a 4-inch pot. And let's just see if we can't kind of get them. If nothing else, I'm trying to kind of prep these guys because spring's around the corner and I'm really excited. And I'm probably going to have most of them. Where did I put that? I had another. Oh, just a second. I just want to grab something from the dirt. I know last summer I had the windows open every day and these guys did so incredibly well. But I don't get overly discouraged in the winter, but it's still just a lot. And let me just say, most of my plants are growing. Like there's lots of new growth. I just find some are stunted and these are kind of the ones I picked to work on today because I'm hoping, maybe some fresh soil, see what kind of soil they're in. Like this is in, you can see it. Can you see it? Let me just show you. It's literally just some dirt with perlite. There's like not a lot there. And it feels pretty, it's kind of like I was feeling they were hydrophobic. I find you're going to see on some of my ferns, and it's probably my fault. Like I just water. Sometimes some of these plants I just water. You have the ones you tend to. Actually, this guy, I really, really love him. But then he got kind of disappointed. I was like, what do I do? So I'm really hoping, and I think he might have a plug. Let me just move this over here. Let's see what we got. I don't want to hurt his roots. I would way rather just lift and shift, but I feel like there's a plug in here. Let's see. This is the boring part when you're trying to do this and you're just, I'm sure as watching this is not overly exciting. So might speed through it when I redo this video. Let's see how long it takes. Like this is definitely, can you see it's rooting around. It's not, I wouldn't say it's super root bound. Roots aren't beautiful. But I feel like they might be hydrophobic just because even though I was watering it, I don't think they were getting the water and the nutrients they needed. So hopefully with a little love and a little new dirt, some fresh nutrients. Hey, my peacock, I don't know why I can't even speak today. I did try it in full soilless, and I think maybe I panic more because I feel like she's not getting the holding the water, and if I don't happen to get to her that day, I noticed a lot more browning of the leaves this winter. She's got a humidifier like right next to her, so it's not a humidity issue. I think I just can't get to her. It dries out too fast. Okay. Yeah, like the soil is for the philodendrons and that, where you kind of want them to dry out for the most part before you water, is fine, but I don't like it for these guys. The geopursias. They're no longer a cathedral or calatheas. But I feel like there's as much resistance to that as there is the Sansevieria Dracaena thing. Okay, so I'm not gonna really mess too much further. I don't actually see a plug. So I think instead what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave her like this with the dirt, because I've got a good chunk of it out, and I think any of these roots that are down here, they feel dry, like they feel like they need water. So I am going to, it's a mix of, I'm using the Fox Farm Ocean Forest soil, and then I get another mix. It's like a soilless mix from Tropics in the City that I just mix it in for chunk and nutrients, because I know the Fox Farm has tons of nutrients in it, and I know she puts in Tropics in the soilless mix, she puts in BIOS nutrients, she blends it in, so there's like plenty of nutrients. So I'm not going to worry about fertilizing per se right off the hop, because I think there's going to be a lot in here, but I definitely think I'm going to switch to take that big chunk out. I think I'm definitely glad, and you know what, a lot of these guys just need fresh soil. Like, I think time goes by before we really think, oh wait, hey, you know, especially ones we bought from the store. Like I said, I'm not one that's super quick to transplant, but I've got another one like my my amplifolia, my pothos amplifolia, or I'm not even gonna try it today. I can say it, I just can't speak today. That the substrate it's in, it's yellowing constantly. It was doing great again in the summer, and then when winter came and I tried to move it, it's just not happy. Okay. Okay, so give this couple strands a little more support there. All right, so he's done, and hopefully I will get him watered, and I want him to grow. I want one of those big rattlesnakes, so let's, I'm hoping that will help. Okay, next on my list is this fern, blue star fern. I absolutely love this fern. She exploded again in the summer. I take most of my plants up. My house is literally empty. And I think she might actually be in a good mix. So I'm just gonna kind of check her out and just see what But she's actually in a good mix, if you can see that. So I don't see, oh wait, maybe it's fake. Ah, I think it's fake. I think I might have, okay, yeah, because this is all solid dirt. Ah, all right, here we go again. I don't even think I can. Maybe that's why I did that, hoping the roots would just break free. It's so weird. This dirt is like, doesn't even feel like real dirt. If that makes any sense at all. It's funny because I bought sphagnum moss yesterday, and I was reading the reviews, and everybody's like, don't panic when you get it. It's only the size of, literally, of a DVD case. So don't panic, because it really does expand. But when you get it, it's like plyboard. Like when you buy plyboard at the hardware store. Beautiful, beautiful. I'll show it to you, because I'm going to be doing another video on propagating. I'm actually... We've got a few plants that I want to propagate, and I want to start now to get them going, ready for the spring, kind of get some rooting going on. Oh, I'm trying to do this without hurting the roots. She wasn't that dry. I can feel the moisture, but if we can squeeze it a bit. Yeah, the roots are like literally the same color as the dirt. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for these guys. So what I might do is pause the video and see if I can't take this guy underwater to try and loosen this up a bit and see if I can't get rid of more that way. So give me a minute. Okay, so I'm back, and literally I don't want to mess any further. The roots are so delicate. Oops. I did get a lot of the dirt, I think, but I've loosened it up enough in my mind that the roots that are in there should be able to now move out and branch out a little better. I hope. It was so hard getting this off. I don't want to traumatize this any more than it already is. So I am just going to, oh, I'm so dirty. Okay. So give her some fresh dirt. And we'll see how she does. I just think the roots, the dirt that was there was so compacted. I think now, even though I couldn't get it all off, I'm hoping that it will, it freed up, oh, don't need that big chunk. It freed up enough of the roots, so the roots will be able to kind of spread out a little better. They're just so delicate, even though I'm manhandling it. I'm trying not to. So I'm just kind of checking. I can feel some air pockets in here, and I'm just trying to make sure that it's all in there and solid. And I think she's good. So she, hopefully, between the nutrients in the soil and the new dirt and opening her roots a little bit, I'm hoping that will get her kind of growing a little, she's not actually growing bad, but I want better. You know, you always want better. Okay, so that one is done. And I think we'll move on to my mosaica. So this guy is beautiful. Can you see those leaves? Let me see. The pattern on these leaves. I've wanted one of these guys for so long. And I finally picked him up, I don't know, quite a while ago actually. And I thought, I have not changed the dirt. The dirt to me looks like it's straight cocoa coir. My hands are really, really dirty. I don't know if I can't do this neatly ever. So I definitely want to get her in better dirt. I don't know if I'm going to need to pot her up, so I don't have a pot handy. So we're going to take a look at her roots and see kind of what she's looking like. Oh my. I think she needs to go up. You know, super root bound by any means. I don't know if you can see the roots at all. She does have a few. I don't think it would hurt her to go up because this is like a shallow 3-inch. So, and the soil is definitely, there's like, there's a little bit of chunks of pine chunks in here, but, oh, and a plug. Oh my goodness. All right. I hate plugs. I know there's been a debate online about, oh, you know, don't worry about the plugs. But I've seen way too, even in my own plants, how they've suffocated, they stop growing. Like this one here is literally has grown outside of the plug. But at some point, it's just not a fan. So you be really, really gentle. This stuff's coming off pretty easy. Oh, careful. It's that roots on the bottom there that I'm worried about. So we're just gonna yeah, in this case I really do want to get all of this out. This will actually be good to get a better look at what's going on here. There we go. Roots are loosening a bit. Worried about these bottom ones that were kind of all, what do you call it, together? They're all kind of bound together at the bottom of the pot. They're fine roots too, so I'm trying to be super gentle. And well, I want to get all of this substrate out. I may not force the issue, but I am getting that plug out. So you can see, I don't know if you can see the plug there. And then if you turn it, I'm not sure if you can tell, see how these guys are kind of growing on that side of the plug, which is a good thing. It means it is growing outside of the plug. But I personally do not like them and would rather see the plant have full ability to kind of grow as it should. Though all these ones here have kind of grown. Where's our set? Okay. I think I got it all. I was just trying to get some more of this soil out that was in the plug. And wasn't this so exciting to watch? Like it just, the suspense unfolds. So, oh She does have a nice root system, but again, I don't know. She's got a lot of roots. I think it's going to do her a lot of good to get into a far better soil mix and hopefully grow bigger. Okay, so I think that's all I'm really going to worry about. I think she's looking good. Most of the other soil is out. I don't know what that is. Huh. Okay. So we are going to go find her. Yeah, I think I do want to put her up. So give me a minute. Okay. So I've got a 4-inch pot. We're just gonna do the same thing. Fill the bottom. I think that's too much. That fits in nice. I'm just gonna switch to a smaller scoop. I'm kind of like an impatient transplanter. These people I watch and they can just sit there and add a little bit and I'm like, no, I just want to get this done. Obviously, I want to make sure it's done right, and she won't stand up in here, so hang on a minute. Look at the size. Like, this is a chunk that I keep scooping of wood, bark. Don't know what plant needs that size. See, I'm feeling it. Now, this is a really soft pot, but I'm feeling a few air bubbles, so air pockets. So we're just gonna add a little more, make sure she's standing straight, pressed in. I find these guys with the really thin stems, I like. Another thing about having the soils, it gives them that little more support. That feels pretty solid. Maybe one more scoop. Makoyana. I don't know why I can't say that tonight. Just like one of my favorite plants. I'll blame it on the cold that I'm getting over. How's that? Okay. She's straight. Yeah, I think she looks good. What do you think? It's not the prettiest pot. I reuse these, wash them obviously, and reuse them. Most of my stuff I have cover pots, and if I don't have cover pots, I try and go with the black pots so at least it matches everything. But often I've got so many plants in front of you can't actually see, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, so that our mosaica is done. Look at those beautiful leaves. You see? Let's find a good angle. Oh, that's not a good leaf. Just look at, oh, there you go. Look at the pattern there. Beautiful. Okay, that one's done. Wow, look at that. We've done 4 already. My red Maretta. This guy I have not had long. I have not changed him out of the dirties in. So I definitely want to do that. He did have a flower, but it died off. So kind of hoping we can get her. Oh, is that new growth? Wait. No, that's just a sheath. Darn, I got so excited there. Okay. So what I want to do definitely is get her in better dirt. I don't know that I'm going to pot her up. I think oh my, maybe I do. What do you think? Those roots. That's a good chunk of roots. All right. All right. And again, the soil is cocoa coir and peat moss. That's it. I mean, I know these guys like their water, but I don't even know if I'm going to get it all out because I don't want to mess too much with the roots. So I think what I'm going to do is do my best, and we're going to pot her up into better dirt. And I know there's a thing, you know, if you're changing dirt, you should change the dirt. You know what? There's so many rules. I've never been good at following them. But I've done it before and it works. I mean, there's just a point where you just, you know what, you just want to give them more nutrients without disturbing them. That's my theory. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe somebody's going to come on here and yell at me, but that's all right. Everybody has their way. What is that? That's like a root coming off the stem. That's wild. I'll show you here. I don't know if you can see it. It's hard to tell because it's just as dirty, but that's like, see where, can you see where that is? It's literally attached to the stem high up. Yeah, this one too. Wow. All right, see, and that's the reason I don't want to mess with this too much. I'm just going to do the minimal and see if I can't just, you know, because this is root bound, so I'm not going to try and pull all these delicate roots out. I mean, the soil's, it's from the nursery. It's probably decent soil itself. It's just, you know, the nurseries tend to do what's going to be easier for them to technically, I'm supposed to be doing it in that tray. You know, to keep them a little bit happier longer, watered a little bit longer because there's so many. It's my guess, but I don't know, have you ever seen anybody do this? Okay, I don't think I'm going to do much more because I don't want to mess. So there's like really not a lot more dirt there. It's more around these roots that are wrapped. And I think once, okay, that's better, I think. I can go for a long time and then all of a sudden you just start coughing, you know that? When that happens, especially when you're talking a lot. Okay, stop. I keep going, keep going. Okay, what did I do with her pot? Seriously, what did I do with her pot? Oh, it must have been this guy. So I think, I don't know. I feel like I might want to, I don't know if you can see. I think I do. I want to put her in a slightly bigger nut. Because that's like a 3-inch. 4-inch. Give her a little bit of more room. I think so. Well, now that I've made a mess on this tray, hang on. All right. Oh, actually that pot looks really nice with her too, doesn't it? I mean, I'm not a fan of this color, but she actually looks really pretty in this one. Okay. So let's use some dirt. A little bit more. I like to kind of pound it down on the bottom just to make sure there's no air bubbles. No. Oh, yeah, I think that's okay. I think, let me see. Oh, that feels a little too high. Okay. I don't know how much just missed.